What's going on? It is quality day. It is quality day. But before we get into qualifications and all that stuff, big shout out to y'all. Big shout out for subscribing, liking. Even if you dislike, you come here to hate. Whatever the case is, you come here. And if you come here all the time, then you're still supporting the channel. So I really do appreciate that. We're going to get into this. Jan Lammers, jam it up, lie it up. Listen, a lot of people are doing a disservice, but Jan Lammers may have spoken some truth. All right. Jan Lammers. I like that name. Jan Lammers. Like jam it up, jack it up. He says I think this is it's Beyond the Grid. It's on Beyond the Grid. You can check it out if you like. It's on Beyond the Grid. He says that Max Verstappen, he says two things. He says a lot of other stuff on there that you could check it out. But there's the cover if you're looking for it. And I was listening to it while, you know what I'm saying, while it's in a location where you would be amongst a bunch of shit and happen to hear this. He says that Max Verstappen is the greatest of all time, in his opinion. And unfortunately, this is the opinion of many. And then he goes to also say to one up that, not even one up it, I'd say quadruple up it, that Max Verstappen's only comes around every 100 years, every century. That is a bold and inaccurate, incorrect, completely wrong statement. All right, listen, people, you are doing Max Verstappen a disservice. And what do I mean when I say this? I'm not saying, and I've said this plenty of times. By the way, we're going to be live today for qualifications. If you want to come back live, we'll be there 10 a.m. ready to lock and go, and then post-race finale lap on Sunday, all right? So we're going to be live later on today after you see this. You're doing Max Verstappen a disservice because people are trying to crown him, not saying that he has the potential. Like, people got to put that shit in context. It's one thing to say, I think he has the potential to be great. I think that he's on his way to being great. There's a possibility that he could be a legend. But you have people like Jan Lammers and others, and even you, some of you watching this video, know you're guilty of it. I see you all the time in the comment section saying that Max Verstappen is great, saying that Max Verstappen is the GOAT, saying that Max Verstappen has proven or is doing more than Lewis Hamilton currently still active in today's sport as a GOAT. That's facts. See, and you say these things, but then when you get into debates with people like myself that actually will take a little bit of time, because I'm not going to take all my time in a damn day to go and try to research every little detail. But see, that's also the thing. I don't have to go far to find information about people that have actually achieved legendary status. People that come into the sport and don't even know will probably likely already know who the best is, who the GOAT is, who a legend is. People that don't watch basketball know that, you know what? It's either going to be Michael Jordan or LeBron James, maybe Chamberlain, maybe Worthy. They're already going to know these names. They're already going to know Tom Brady, Joe Montana, Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders. They're already going to know these names. Wayne Gretzky. They're already going to know these names. Nolan Ryan, who else? Big Hurt Frank. We're already going to, Baby Ruth, we're already going to know these names. Pele, we're going to know these names because they have already achieved legendary great status, and you don't have to go far to look at information to find that. People, you all that I'm talking to that say that boast this up, it is oddly funny that when we get into these debates and I start listing facts and stats, you run out of things to talk about besides then going to personal attacks. You notice that. Anytime we get into this debate or starting to stack it up, or what you do is when it gets thick and heavy, or where you shouldn't be comparing him to Lewis Hamilton, compare Lewis Hamilton, Schumacher. You know why you say that? Because Schumacher is the only other thing that you can stack up against another great, because he's proven. Then you want to say things like, oh, well, don't compare Max to Lewis because he hasn't done. That's right. You shouldn't. You should compare Max to other people similar to him. And if you do that, you'll find a bunch of names that you probably don't know, or a bunch of names you probably be like, I don't know if I want to. but that's where he is right now. We're not talking about Max's ability. We're not talking about Max's potential. We're talking about actually where Max is right now amongst the other historical greats that have proven while Lewis Hamilton is still active and has proven and achieved great things. Now, I made this board, and we're going to go into this board. I made this board, call it the GOAT debate board. And I got to throw Max in there because Jan Lammers says not only is he the greatest of all time, but he only comes around every 100 years. Last time I checked, Formula One's first race was 1946. The first inaugural race was 1950, which big shout out Queen Elizabeth. I believe she was there. That would, if you go back from 2015, 100 years will put us back at 1915. Shit, that's like 35, 25 years before Formula One started. That ain't true. It's not true. All these drivers that you see on my board are within that century that Jan Lammers tried to damn section off, saying that Max Verstappen's only come around every 100 years. Well, Lewis Hamilton was around then, came around within that century. Damn, Schumacher came around within that century. Fangio was around in that century. Vettel was around in that century. Prost, Senna, Lauda. And they were all around in that century. So what the hell are you talking about? Come on, y'all. We got to stop this. We got to stop being unreal and be fair and objective. You may not like my opinions. You may not like certain people's opinions, especially my opinion about Max Verstappen's character. But I'm keeping it real about his ability right now and what he has technically achieved. And it's not GOAT status. It's not great status. He's good. He has the potential to be great. He's on his way. He has awesome talent and capability in the car. And he also has a great car. He has a great car, which is assisting him right now. A great car. And you cannot have the argument both ways. You can't try to go and say Lewis Hamilton was only great because of the car. Then now, because things aren't going so great, it's because of Lewis Hamilton that it ain't going great and not the car. When it clearly, obviously, is the car. We haven't seen Russell win a race yet, right? No. We've seen them both make podiums. Russell up by one podium in this season right now. So don't do that. Because if you say it was only the car with Lewis Hamilton, what are you going to say about Max Verstappen right now today? When we all know the RB18 with Newey's engineering development is the best and fastest car on race day. Let's not talk about trap speeds. Don't get me on that shit. This is what I'm saying. So amongst these people on this GOAT board, you got Lewis Hamilton with 7 world championship titles. He got his first in his second season. That's what that second line is. He's got 4 consecutive. You got Schumacher with 7 championship titles. He got his first in his third season. He has 5 consecutive. You got Fangio with 5 championship world titles. He got his first in his second season, 4 consecutive. You got Vettel with 4 championships. He got his first in his third season, 4 consecutive. Quadruple, back-to-back, youngest world champion. You got Prost with 4 championships. He got his first, in his 5th. 2 consecutive. You got Senna, 3 championships, got his first in his 4th, 2 consecutive. You got Lauda, got his first in his 4th, no consecutive. You got Max Verstappen, got 1 championship, got his first in his 7th season, no consecutive. Even if you look at these 3 stats, these 3 lines that I put up, and if they're incorrect, go out there and find it. But I can tell you this. If any one of these stats is incorrect, Max Verstappen still is not topping anybody on this board that is known to be among the greats, and then you move into legend, and then you move into the GOAT. And right now, there's only 2 people that you could debate are the GOAT on this board, and that's Lewis Hamilton and Schumacher, and some might try to throw in Fangio. Cool. GOAT status. Great. The rest of these are great drivers. Max Verstappen ain't even reached great yet. Look at the numbers. How do you want to try to say Max Verstappen's only come around once every 100 years? Jan Lammers, what are you doing? What are the rest of y'all doing that are still doing this type of bullshit? He's got 1 world champion. He's going to get another one this season, no doubt. He's going to get another one this season, and this one I will respect more so than the robbery, because the 1 championship he got is a robbery. It's a scandal. Y'all got to stop that. Be real. And he got his first after 7 seasons. There's nobody on this board that took 7 seasons to get their first championship. Nobody. The closest person is Prost at 5 in his 5th season. Lewis Hamilton 2nd. Schumacher 3rd. This is where you start seeing the separation as we go down. We get to Lauda 4th, 3. That's as close as Lewis Hamilton comes. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with people that are talking truth to you because what is the reason? I don't think we heard all of this clamor when it was Michael Schumacher doing all this. We didn't hear all this clamor. But yet, Lewis Hamilton's up there. We're hearing all this clamor, and we're trying to induct, award, build up somebody who hasn't even earned this status yet. I'd be hot damned if y'all don't need to shut the hell up and stop the bullshit, okay? It's okay to like Max Verstappen. It's okay to say you think he's going to be great. It's okay if you want to credit his ability more than the car. We can debate that. But it's not okay to say he's the greatest of all time. And it's not okay to say that Max Verstappen's only come around every fucking century when that clearly is wrong. This is where you fall apart. This is where I call bullshit on you. Jan Lammers and other people that also say this. Look at the board. And if you go deeper than this into world records and all types of stats, you're going to start seeing that DRS wing open on Lewis Hamilton's career, on Michael Schumacher's career, and you're going to start seeing that gap between real greats and legends between Max Verstappen having the potential to be there. I can't even say he got the damn potential. I don't even want to say that, but he does. He has the potential to be there, especially if Red Bull keeps supplying the fastest cars and most efficient cars out there without DNFs. He's got that potential to get there. I'm just saying, y'all better stop. Listen, I got somewhere to be. About to go on this other podcast with my bros. We're going to be here live for quali later on. Be there or be square. It's a good time. The finale lap Sunday post-race. All the debate can be in the comment section, even about this video during qualification, because we got rest between Q1, Q2, Q3. I will see you there. Peace. Thanks for watching another episode of Wolfpack Performance. Don't forget to check out some of my other content on Formula One and motorsports topics. Like, share, subscribe, and we go live on the weekends. See you soon.